Okay, this is just a small one, but again, it's useful to see where these sites are. This is Pinchin Street again, where we left off last time. Just on that last window was where the Pinchin Street torso was found. The torso and arms, never identified. It's actually buried, or she is buried. It was a woman in pretty near to where Catherine Eddowes is buried, actually, or the unidentified site where Catherine Eddowes' marker is now. This is Backchurch Lane. There was an incident, I believe it was a witness who went to not a police station, went to the press and said that there'd been a murder in Backchurch Lane. And it was a bit of a confused thing. It might just be journalists confusing different events. That story is sometimes associated with things. Just down here to the left, Hooper Street, and flips the camera around in a second. If you were to go down there, just at the bottom, you would be on Lehman Street. And the police station is probably 100 metres or 100 yards down to the right, so down that road and turn right, would be Lehman Street Police Station, famously associated with the Whitechapel murders, possibly even more so than Commercial Street Police Station. This is Ellen Road. If you watch the video prior to this, where I talked about Schwartz coming down, Israel Schwartz, the witness, his wife had moved from Berner Street onto Ellen Street. And if you watch the last video, I went down a street called Forbes Street, and I should have mentioned that their new address, 22 Ellen Street, was just before I turned down Forbes Street, so on Ellen Street. That was where his new address was. So there's a bit of confusion as to which way he ran. Did he run past his house, next to his house? Not quite sure. This goes on to Boyd Street. So Lehman Street Police Station is due west of here, so away from the way I'm facing, but it's really not that far away. I had a bit of camera problems in a second, so there's about 20 seconds of footage missing. But you can see straight ahead the end of this road. It just runs straight round. There's a sign at the end of the road saying Boyd Street, but I've labelled this as Henriques Street, or Berner Street as it would have been. So we just followed the road round. And as we come to the top here, the building up on the right, the orange and yellow brick, that's the site of the boarding school, where the witnesses saw what was probably a Lestrade. Where that yellow sign is, the school sign, is outside of the site of the Nelson's pub on the corner. That's where that would have been. Just beyond where this sign is would have been Matthew Packer's house, where the alleged grape incident occurred. On the right hand side of the road, so opposite where these school gates are, PC Smith saw a woman he identified as Lestrade later on, talking to a man who was carrying a newspaper parcel, and that was at 12:35. Just through these gates would have been the site of Dupfield's Yard, running down the side of the Working Men's Educational Society, the Berner Street Club. So that would have been standing right about there.